Did you, with vans, we put in insulation. You obviously didn't take anything off, but did you add insulation other than the window covers?
No, just the window covers. This is a completely, I can revert this back to, I did no drill, nothing. This is completely
No
done.
drill.
No drill.
So you can revert it back to a Chrysler Town and Country and just sell it if you like a regular Town and Country.
Right.
What is up, everybody? I'm doing an amazing tour today with Lon. Did I say that right, Lon?
Yep.
Lon. And you are full-time. Are you?
At the moment, no, but I have been.
Okay, you have been.
Yeah, not at the moment.
We're gonna get all of Lon's information because his rig is behind us. And I was like, I need to tour this thing because it is a freaking Chrysler or Dodge?
Chrysler.
Chrysler Town and Country.
2011, yeah.
2011. This is amazing. I want to convert one of these just for fun, and Lon did it, and I ran into him. We're gonna show it off right now. You said your girl wanted to be in the show. Do you want to show her off real quick?
Well, she probably will come over, like, and interrupt us, so.
What's your girl's name?
Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Hi, Jersey.
Come here.
She is just loving life right now in the shade.
She'll go up and sit in there.
Yeah, no worries. We said at the top of the video, it's a 2011.
Yes.
What made you do a Chrysler? Is this your first?
First, yes.
What made you do a Chrysler Town and Country as a conversion vehicle?
Yeah, well, I had a Honda Odyssey before that, and then its transmission went out 100,000 miles. So at the time I had an older dog, and I liked the space it gave it, and it was easy to get her in and out. So I got the Chrysler, and then realized that, you know, it's got a lot of space, and why not? You know, it's an easy thing to convert.
Was it easy?
Well, it took a lot of thinking.
Okay.
But some of the great benefits of the Chrysler is that it had stow and go seating.
Okay.
So the second row goes all the way into the floor, which means there's a great big bay to the.
So you ripped that out?
I ripped all the seats out, so it left a great big bay there.
I guess we can start kind of in the front, like you have it open.
Yep.
Is there a reason why you do have it open? Did you do something special in the front?
I do have it open because I ripped out the center console and I put a 400 amp hour battery, a 3,000 watt inverter, and a solar controller all underneath the console there.
That's smart.
So it's all the weights center forward. It's really compact. So I freed up all the storage in the back.
Those look like comfy seats. I don't know why, but they just look like
they're
comfy
pretty
seats.
comfy seats. In the back.
Yep.
So I tore out all the seats, right? So I have this big bay. So under that bay, I put a, there she is. Under that bay, I put in a food grade bladder, 44 gallon.
Okay.
But I can fit about 30 gallons in there. So before it starts lifting the floor. So I can get 30 gallons of water in there, and that'll get me off grid for about 30 days. I can be really off grid for a long time if I want to. So the limiting factor is the water. So.
And you said you were full time, but you're not anymore. So how long were you full time for?
Right. Well, off and on for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you lived out of this?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome.
And it's really pretty easy. The only thing I got used to is, I mean, everybody says, well, you can't stand up in it, right? Well, that's never been really a problem for me. Because I'm either sitting in there working, which it makes a great office. This table moves back and forth, so I can make an office out of it, or move it out of the way to.
What's you use, that rail system back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hook and rail system there.
Can you sit in there, or do you want your girl to come and sit with you?
Yeah,
or?
we can go in there. Come on, let's go.
How old is Jersey?
She's 9 now. So we hang out here.
Oh wow.
So I can just pull this forward if I want to do that, you know, or push it away if I'm gonna cook here. Everything's under and grabbable.
So is that all your cookware all down there?
Cookware, I got a hidden drawer with all my stuff here.
Look at that.
So all my stuff there, and I've got you know, food stuffs in here, things I can easily grab like paper towels here, my electronic controls.
So you decided to go with like an induction or an electric cooker?
Right. I went back and forth for a long time, and I thought, well, should I use propane or induction? And I thought I wanted this counter pretty high. I thought with the flames and everything, I felt like
you felt a little more comfortable doing
I felt a little more comfortable with electric. I do not like electric. I'd much rather cook on
like
gas.
an open flame. Yeah, open flame cooking is awesome.
Instant heat, instant off.
Yeah.
It's great. But for this build, I just thought it would be safer, and I have so much solar and so much battery that I thought, well, I can handle it because I've got a 3-gallon electric hot water heater down there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And with the electric induction, and below here I've got a microwave. So
you have a microwave in here?
Yeah, microwave's right here.
Oh, look at that.
So that
and
works
now
great.
that's some vital space. I mean,
right.
You think you would take that out and maybe use it for other storage, or?
The microwave?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I use it all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You almost probably use that over the cooker then, the
I
cooktop.
I do quite a bit. Like I heat my coffee up in that in the morning, and
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
reheating food. If I do use the induction, I end up making more than one meal, or like the dinner plus the breakfast, and I can just heat it up in the microwave. So that was vital for me to put in there as a microwave, actually. Got a little sink over there, but I don't really, actually, it turns out I don't really use a sink, because what happened was when I went to induction, I didn't realize that, the induction still stays hot afterwards. Gas just turns off. So I figured out that when I cook out of my pan, I make my meal, I take it out, I put the pan back on the hot stove, pour water in the pan. By the time I'm done eating, you got hot water in the pan. So then I can do my dishes in the pan and then just get rid of the water. So I ended up not really even using the sink very often at all. This is a pull-out faucet. So I can put the window down and then pull the faucet out and have a shower.
Have a shower outside?
Right. I have an on-demand commercial grade water pump that's under there as well. So I have pressured water wherever I want. So
Did you, so obviously with vans, we put in insulation. You obviously didn't take anything off, but did you add insulation other than the window covers?
No, just the window covers. This is I can revert this back to, I did no drill, nothing. This is completely
No drill.
No drill.
So you can revert it back to a Chrysler Town and Country and just sell it if you like a regular Town and Country.
Right.
Okay.
Wherever I took out seat covers or anything like that, or the seats, use those bolt down places, or and then the cabinets are actually strapped to where the seat belts go. Bolts are nice and strong, so that it's all attached that way, so it's nice and solid. So
that's smart. I like that idea.
This folds down, get you all your stuff in there. A lot of storage on the side.
How is it traveling with the dog?
She's pretty big. I wish she was smaller, but
yeah. How is she? She's probably about 75.
Yeah, she's right around 75 pounds, and she's figured it out. So she moves around when I need to move around, and she knows where she has a good spot when we sleep at my feet. So I was hoping she'd sleep in the front seat when give me the whole bed, but
not so much, huh?
She wants to be back on the bed.
I'm going to get to the bed in a second, but I noticed that this seat doesn't actually swivel.
No, and I've had a couple considerations there. I thought about removing it completely, the space, but it also has a universal pattern, so I could actually turn the seat all the way around and have it facing reverse. I've also thought about that as well. The reason I haven't yet is because I don't really have the seatbelt receivers hooked up here. I got one seatbelt back here, and the seatbelt receiver were on the seats that I took out. So I can bolt it to the main frame, but I haven't done that. And so if I want to have everybody else, I'd probably want them in the front seat. So I haven't messed with that yet.
That's a good point.
And there's also the stealth mode of it too. If it's reversed or gone, it draws a little bit more attention if people look in and don't see the seat. But I don't know how.
I was actually on a panel with you yesterday. We talked a little bit about stealth parking. Like you'll never get hassled in this thing.
Never. I never have. But I also practice it well too. I scope out the place. I don't show up until after dark, and then I know what I'm doing, and I just park and then leave early in the morning.
That's exactly what I used to do.
Yeah. I don't think I draw any attention anyway, but certainly it doesn't look like anything. It just blends right in with it all.
And I was gonna, you do it, and you do have a solar panel on your roof.
Yeah, I got 300 watts there. It's actually expandable to 600 watts.
Oh, really?
With a stackable full extension slide that slides out. And that when it slides out and it creates a awning on the left side where I can put a shower curtain, and then you can put your toilet and your shower and have a private area for your shower out there.
And I noticed that you actually not doing any bolting or screwing or going through the roof, like you went right into the rails of the Chrysler.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
I took off the cross members and just used the same bolt downs for bolting down the solar.
That's freaking awesome. Refrigerator, is it a cooler or no, it is not.
It's a dual zone.
Okay.
And when I go off grid,
plugged in right here.
Yeah, it's either 12 volt or 120, whatever you want. It comes with both. And it's AO Boosie. And the only reason I got this one was because of the dimensions. And I kind of actually got it a little wrong because I wanted to be able to push it back further, but it's kind of running into my console. But it works the way it is, so I didn't do anything. I didn't return it. But I usually make the fridge side, because it's bigger, I make that the freezer side, and I make the freezer side, which is smaller, the fridge side.
Oh, really?
When I go long term.
Yeah.
Because then I can freeze a whole bunch of stuff, and I use it. I can just use it more slowly. I can put in 30 or 40 steaks frozen, stacked. I could have a steak every night, you know, and after the, you know,
Why not?
30 days.
You even, it's so funny because like, going back to like you keeping it as the original Chrysler Around the Country, you cut the floor out just so you could fit the cup holder when the door slides shut.
Right. I wanted this extended as far as possible because I didn't want to be tripping on half a step here.
Yeah.
And so I tried to make it as far as I could against the door, and then I had to cut out that little notch.
Wow, so smart.
Yeah.
Really, really well done. Do you want to head to the back and kind of show me what's in the
I'll show
back?
you this first. So this would just disassemble.
That would be great, yeah.
And you just pull this down, and then this just
It tucks away.
this just tucks away right down here.
And is that how the bed operates as well? It just slides out, or?
The bed would just slide out. Yeah. But I have to get the dog out. Come on. Good girl.
Pretty girl.
Good girl. Stay.
Oh, I see it. It's on
So
the
I
bolt
just
hinges,
unhook
yeah.
it, And I have a little strap here, just so it doesn't drop hard. That's it. Just pull it out.
And there's your bed.
There's your bed. It's a full twin XL, 76 inches, and
I was going to say, because you're
36.
taller than me.
Right.
You're about 5'10", 6 foot?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
So that's 76 inches versus my 72.
Right.
So it's plenty of room. And it's really comfortable. It's a memory foam mattress. It's more comfortable than my bed at home. And so that just basically leaves, you know, storage for the back. So I put all, you know, clothes or my window shades, or I have a bay in there in case I need to be somewhere where I have to shower where I can't let the water just drain everywhere. I can shower in the pan. So there's a pan down there.
And where'd you get this screen? I love this thing.
This screen I got because I had it was a 10 by 10 cantilevered awning.
Yeah.
Like a pop-up awning. And it came with it. I never used it. And the awning eventually died. But I still had this around my garage. And so this was really nice to just put in the back and leave it open so you don't have the bugs. It's actually big enough to wrap the whole car. I could put down all the windows and just wrap the whole car.
That's awesome.
And put it that way. So it's worth the extra space that it takes up. Yeah.
And we're down in SoCal right now, so yeah, you have no problems finding parking. You could literally live on the beach.
Right.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. Get there during the day, pop this up, have an ocean view.
Yeah.
Chill
Like
out.
I can step back. I'm gonna just show from afar. You're mic'd up. I'll be able to hear you, but look at that. That's it, everybody. That's travel. That's road tripping at its finest.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking what you threw into it money-wise?
Well, that's the fun part. I mean, I spent about $2,000 on the build.
Okay.
About 2/3 of that was just the electrical. So you
Right.
have
That's the
battery
biggest, yeah.
And the inverter and the solar panels, and that was probably 2/3 of the cost.
So you built your own electrical instead of doing a plug-and-play unit.
Yes.
How come?
The space requirement.
The space. Got
Right. I
it.
wanted to put it where that console was because I didn't want to have to store it in the back and have all that weight in the back and lose all that space. And the only
That
way I
makes a lot
could
of
get
sense.
it in between there was to have the separate battery. Cool.
Well, hey, if you have socials, you can share them, or a YouTube channel or anything, you can share them. If not,
I
no
don't-
harm, no foul.
I don't. I'm kind of private about all the travel.
You
that I'm
are
doing, but-
smart as all hell, man. I'm envious of that right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Lon. Am I saying that right? Lon?
Come on.
And I love that name too. It's so easy. Just one syllable.
It's unique.
Yeah, Lon and Jersey, of course. Is she from Jersey or?
No, I think she looked like a Jersey cow when she was a puppy. That's why she probably got it. But I adopted her with that name, and it seemed like a good name. I left her with it.
She's a
She got lots of
sweetheart.
nicknames, but
She's an absolute sweetheart. Who doesn't love a Jersey girl? All right, well, thank you, Lon, and I appreciate your time, and we'll see you guys next time.
all right. Thanks a lot, guys.